Um, so in July of this past year, I went to Guatemala, and as many of you know, our friends Brenda and Al have been there almost exactly since we started 2616. So this is the place where Mike and Dottie stay, and all of the buildings in Casa pretty much are dormitories. They began in 1989. He said that after he'd been there and seen the children in the streets that needed someone to help them and meet their needs, he went home, and his wife says, "This is my husband who buried 3 children, his father and a brother in less than a year. I never saw him tear up or cry." He came back from Guatemala. She asked him how his trip was, and he began to bawl. She said, "When are we moving?" And 2 years, I think it was, later, with $2,000 and 5 kids, they moved to Guatemala. There were 2 buildings when they started. That was it. I can't remember how many dorms there are now, but I can tell you that they can serve. It says a lot of the information that I used to put this together was outdated. They've served, I'm sure, well over 6,000. I know over 6,000, but I'm sure it's well over that at this point in time. Children, and they are from birth to, a lot of the kids graduate from their facility. They can get all of their education there through a part of a college degree. I think at least a bachelor's. I think maybe higher than that they might have to go on. They have doctor facilities, they have dialysis facilities, and they have dental services that they not only use for the children there, but at times have shared with the community as well. The things this family has done with the help of missionaries and donors from the States is phenomenal for the Lord. It's unbelievable. Many of the kids who go through this mission, they call it a school. Many of the kids who go through that stay there. They come back and they work there as adults. They have a number. This is one of the dormitories. This is the one where Brenda and Al are. This is right where you come in at. And they have the little kids from the babies to about 5 years old. One of the young men there, and you may recall, his name's Josue, and we prayed for him earlier this year because he came down with COVID. Mike and Dottie raised him. His father brought him there when he was a few months old. His mother had just died, and his dad did not know how he was going to continue to make a living and take care of this baby on his own. And when he came back sometime later, he realized how much Dottie loved his son and how much his son loved Dottie, and Josue has been there with them ever since. At this point in time, he's beginning to take over the lead for Casa. Thank God he healed him, and he's back, and he's doing his job. And there's a gentleman who's on the board who helped grow the building aspect of it, who said that years ago, when Josue was just a baby, Mike said he will run this facility one day. And he's now stepping up and doing it. And that's one thing I learned over there is, in order to do this kind of stuff, you have to have a sense of humility and a ton of faith. Because you are working with so many different people. Everybody who lives over there, any length of time, they're from some other part of the country. I mean, you go hang out with somebody from back east, y'all know they're not the same. I'm sorry. They look at the world in an entirely different fashion, and you have to be able to be in that community and get along no matter what. And I think that's easier for some than others. These 2 are brothers. While I was there, that was probably, they're in 2 different dorms, and they're all the way separate across campus, and this campus has grown to be quite large. They're phenomenal soccer players over there. These are called chicken buses, and you can go to the next one, Teresa, if you would, please, thank you. And some of them are so, I wish I had a better picture. They are spectacular looking, just old. That's not mine. School buses that somebody has fixed up. Some of them have more chrome on them than, it's insane. Jean's fingers have gold. Anyway. But what's hilarious is because they rarely ever stop. And they go up and down the streets and they pick up packages and people will run and jump on. And there's a guy that leans out the door. The traffic there is insane. That leans out the door and will snatch either a package or a person's hand and yank them on the bus while they just keep on rolling. It's crazy. This is Brenda's birthday party. These are the older boys. They're like high school age, I think, or right at it. Cute kids. The kids are amazing. One of the people that wrote about Casa that comes and goes there said the joy in those children, you just can't help but fall in love. And we should all have that much joy. And to be mindful of where they came from and consider the joy that they can have. Oh, we're so spoiled, y'all. And you guys, if you got an extra $40 a month, and I know, Tammy, I should have asked, $40 a month to sponsor one of these kiddos. And they're beautiful. And it takes care of all their medical, all their dinner, and their food to stay there. Thank you, guys.